Good morning. Thanks for joining us, or whenever you're watching this. Do you like looking for a new house? I can remember 23 years ago, I was looking for a new house down in Lincoln Park because we started a church down there and I wanted to live down there. And long story short, really long story, real short. So we're checking out this place, 2740 North Pine Grove. And I remember walking in, the lobby was pretty nice. It was a 70s building, so the ceilings were just like 8 feet tall. And we get upstairs to the 11th floor and we're going down the hallway. There's no windows, it's kind of dark. I mean, it's not bad, and then we open the door to the condo and I was amazed. It had nothing to do with what was in the condo. It was the view from the condo. And so it had windows, it was more than 60% windows facing east. And when we were on the street, I didn't realize we're only a block away from the park, and that's just a matter of, then you got Lakeshore Drive, and then you've got Lake Michigan. It had a spectacular view of Lake Michigan. It even had a view of my Aunt Dorothy's house from back the late 60s. You could see that was right there, and then the lake. It was just a wonderful view. And so before I go on about that, I have to say this though, a little piece of Chicago history. My realtor parked downstairs, and we're going to go up there really quickly. But once I really liked the place, and what I had to do, because things went so quickly back in the day, is I had to figure out if I really wanted to put an offer in. Because if I put the offer in, I was going to come pretty much right at what they're asking and try to get it. So I had to figure out, why don't I want this place? So I was up there for about a half hour, and I put in the offer and I got it. But when we came back down to get in the car wasn't there because it had been towed away. Have you ever heard the song Lincoln Park Pirates? Russ had not before. It's a Steve Goodman song. And we had to go pick it up at this decrepit place where they had Dobermans that were in where you go to get your car. They've got, that's being guarded by Dobermans, and the razor wire, and inside they had plexiglass, because I'm sure people came in there with guns, and then really thick bulletproof stuff. And then they had signs up there. Remember the one that said you cannot pay with coins? Because I'm sure people came in to pay with coins. They didn't have a single happy customer. So real quickly, the street lights are on in Chicago tonight, and lovers are gazing at stars. The stores are all closing, and Daly is dozing, and the fat man's counting the cars. And there's more cars than places to put them, he said, but we've got room for them all. So round 'em up, boys, because I want some more toys. Hit the lot by the grocery store. Jimmy Way, hey, tow them away. The Lincoln Park Pirates are we. From Wilmette to Gary, there's nothing so harried, and we always collect our fee. We plunder the streets of your town, be it Edsel or Chevy. There's no car too heavy, and no one can make us shut down. But little care I for the law. All my drivers are friendly and courteous. Their good manners ye always will get, because they're all recent graduates of the Charm School in Joliet. I wish I could share the whole thing with you. It is a fantastic old song. So why do I tell you that story about the view? The view is spectacular. And every morning I would sit there on my love seat so I could just look out at Lake Michigan. And it was, reverse sunsets were great. I didn't get a lot of sunrises, but that's the way I would be looking. But on a blue sky day, it was just beautiful. Sailboats out there. But there's other times, the wind would come out of the north, and that's when it'd get really choppy and it'd get really dark. And then I'd think of things in November, like the gales of November come early and the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And then I had to move. So here's the thing. I could be really sad that I moved out of that place, but I was so blessed to have a spectacular view for 5 years. And I've learned to try to be content where I'm at. And so now we live in Wheaton. That was a long time ago. I moved out of there. But in Wheaton, there's this sunroom. And I fall in love with the sunroom and the view that we have back there. And I'm reminded of the words of Sheryl Crow from the song Soak Up the Sun. And it's kind of dated because she says, I don't have digital. I don't have diddly squat. It's not having what you want. It's wanting what you've got. Isn't that the truth? The Apostle Paul puts it this way. Well, before I share that, I have a friend, and she lost her husband a little bit over a year ago. And I have never seen such a good example of somebody who not only counts their blessings, but focuses on the blessings. And so as she became a young widow and as she walked through this past year, that, I believe more than anything else, has got her through it. And I tell you that story today with permission. I want to share a few verses from Philippians, the Apostle Paul speaking. He says, "Not that I was ever in need, for I've learned how to be content with whatever I have." He said it before she'll crow. "I know how to live on almost nothing or with everything. I've learned the secret of living in every situation, whether it is with a full stomach or empty, with plenty or little. For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength." Let that be our verse for this day, for this week. Count your blessings. Give thanks to God.